Republican Senator Tim Scott. Good morning, Senator. So you've just got back to Washington following a couple weeks home in South Carolina. Just tell me, what are you hearing from your constituents about the war? I know people don't like higher gas prices, but do they see the long-term good in ridding the world of the Iranian terrorist regime?
Absolutely. The most important thing I've heard at home is people trust President Trump. Really important. He is doing what no other president has done in nearly 50 years. The real question I keep hearing back at home is, do we want to negotiate with a nuclear Iran or one that does not have nukes? The answer is simple. Let's make sure our negotiations are always with Iran without teeth, without nukes. We gotta have a toothless tiger on the other side of this negotiation. The price is too high to negotiate with the nuclear armed Iran. They cannot be trusted in any way, shape, or form. Bottom line is simply this: trust President Trump to get it done. Trust him to get it done quickly, and frankly, always know you can't make a good deal with a bad actor. We learned that under President Obama when he trusted Iran.
Yeah, great point. And the U.S. now, as you know, enforcing that blockade of all Iranian ports near the Strait of Hormuz. And U.S. officials say that oil prices, they could remain high for a while. The president even saying that those prices at the pump could stay high until the November midterm. So what would you say right now to Americans that might think taking out Iran's nuclear threat isn't worth the pain at the pump anymore?
Well, it certainly is in our long-term best interest to never negotiate with a nuclear Iran, number one. Second thing I would say is gas prices are actually lower than they were under President Biden. So even with a conflict in Iran going on, gas prices are today lower than they were under President Biden because he drove inflation to 9%. Number three, I would say trust President Trump to bring the gas prices down as quickly as possible while keeping Americans safe here at home and abroad. The good news is I believe that ultimately I would actually over deliver and under promise, because what we don't want is false evidence appearing real, i.e. that somehow we're going to bring gas prices down tomorrow. That leads to real fluctuation and volatility in the market. But what I can tell you is they are coming back down. I believe sooner than the November election. I frankly believe that by the time we're in midsummer, the prices will have come back down. President Trump has always delivered. He'll deliver again. And I'm excited about seeing that happen.
Yeah. I want to shift gears now, Senator, to the 2-month DHS shutdown. Politico out with a headline: GOP leaders prepare to steamroll opponents of Homeland Security funding plan. They say Senate Republicans could move on a fiscal blueprint for ICE and border protection funding as soon as next week. I know some conservatives don't like this reconciliation process that we're going on, but obviously Democrats, they aren't going to play ball. So this is the only way to get them funded, correct?
Yeah, well, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. One thing we should always remember is why we are in this predicament in the first place. Is because those Democrats who swore an oath to protect and defend the United States of America, they have failed to show up for work. They have voted no, they have voted no, and they have voted no. And now we will use the budget tool to make sure that we ensure that Americans here at home and abroad are safe. The only way to do that is to get this job done. The Department of Homeland Security should not be a piñata being hit over and over and over by Democrats for political purposes. Our job is too important. The American people deserve to be safe here at home, and the only way to get that done is to use the budget tool that doesn't require a single Democrat vote. They all voted. They've all said clearly that their personal and political interest is more important than the safety and security of American families here at home. It's unconscionable.
Before you go, Senator, I do want to talk about the midterms and how tax season is playing a possible role. I know you're chairman of the Senate Banking Committee, and many Americans are celebrating right now much higher returns this year thanks to President Trump's one big, beautiful bill. Once everyone else gets their tax returns after tomorrow's deadline, do you see it boosting Republicans' odds in November?
I do. I think there are two ways to make the country more affordable. One is to bring prices down. Number two is to bring wages and or take-home pay up. With an 11% increase in your tax returns, which equates to about $300 a month and more spendable income, the entire world becomes more affordable. I remember being a poor kid in a single parent household, and I can tell you $300 goes a long way. And the fact of the matter is that every single Democrat supported raising your taxes by $5 trillion, and only President Trump and the Republicans stood in the way. We won, they lost. That will be the end of the November election. We will win, America will win, and the Democrats will lose.
And you've got more money in your pocket to prove it.
There we go.
Amen.
Definitely sounds